you to tell us about petty commodity production in India. You seem to be saying that it's related to crisis. Can you explain what you mean?
Yeah, the the crisis of farmer suicides in India and the crisis of poverty are all related to the growing phenomenon of petty commodity production in India. Petty commodity producers are small scale producers who produce for the market, but partly using family labor and partly using hired labor. And this class is may not be able to actually retrieve the value of their capital and the labor which they invest, and thereby many times they actually incur losses and and get indebted to the financial institutions or money lenders, and often this is the way they fall into the classical crisis and the crisis of accumulation. Historically, this class is supposed to vanish, but in countries like India, post-colonial countries like India, for lack of opportunities to migrate into the formal sectors, these people are trapped in agricultural sector, and thereby they're bearing the burden of production at extremely overexploited self-labor, family labor, which involves in the production, and therefore reproducing the poverty among themselves. And the resolution.
I saw that there were 15,000 suicides per year.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, 300,000 farmers have committed suicides. Every day, newspapers are replete with the news of farmers committing suicides, and the areas are expanding where they are committing suicides. So, therefore, the resolution to such question is, of course, is related to how they are eventually migrate to more higher productive areas in non-farm sector, and what are the ways in which state would enable them, like providing them with health, education, housing, and habitation in the cities, which they have to eventually have to migrate. And until then, their migration is going to be circular between the city and the rural, and they would partially do this agriculture and also do labor, and it's a very difficult transition which is happening.